Today, we're going to talk about Horcruxes. Peter, if you were to make your Horcruxes, what would they be out of? Or what would they be? And where would you hide them?
See, what I think Voldemort's fatal flaw was with his Horcruxes was his pride. As Dumbledore pointed out, Voldemort wouldn't just make his Horcruxes out of, normal, everyday, mundane objects. He had to go for big and powerful things, which would, A, be easily recognizable, and would, A, be within a certain criteria that someone would specifically search for, knowing Voldemort, right? And so, learning from those lessons, I would pick mundane, yet durable objects that would have no necessary significance to me, and I would not hide them in places that could be tracked to me. I would just, hide them in places. So, for instance, one might be a regular piece of granite, and I would imbue it with my soul, and then I would, go on a cruise and just kind of casually drop it over the side. Because ain't no one going to find it in the ocean, ain't no one going to look for it in the ocean, and no one's going to know what it is, so they can't Accio it out of nowhere, and I'll have put spells on it before to make sure it doesn't get destroyed while it's down there.
And see, I think that just says so little about the importance of the Horcrux. Because that is what's keeping you alive. And if you went through the effort and the time and the physical pain in order to create one, to tear your soul apart.
Right, but the point of the Horcrux is to keep me alive, which you
Right.
cannot do if it is found and destroyed. My plan here is to make it difficult to be found and destroyed, thus increasing its potential to do its job.
But you are removing any power that you have to protect it. You have no power.
Which
so
is
this
also
is my...
good. Which is also good, because if I don't know where it is, and nobody else knows where it is, no one can find it, ever.
You never know what's going to happen, though. You don't know. Maybe
it washes up on store, and someone won't know what it is.
No, and
it won't look special.
It gets washed up, and then somehow it gets caught into fiend fire. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so my
somehow it gets caught into fiend fire.
Yeah, you don't know.
Woo!
You don't know.
Right.
You
okay.
don't know.
I'll drop
and
it.
magical people are attracted to magical objects.
It'll be a rock. It'll be at the bottom of the ocean.
It will be incredibly magical. Unless you're saying that your soul isn't powerful.
My soul will be very powerful.
People are going to be attracted to it then. So wait, my turn. Hang on. We can debate this further. But first we're going to
I think I made some very good points.
You did. You made some very good points.
Thank you.
Sweetheart. I love you. And that's very good points.
Patronizing.
I'm not patronizing you. It's my turn to present my Horcrux plan.
I would love to hear your Horcrux plan.
My what plan?
Your Horcrux plan.
Okay. So, my plan would be to find things that are incredibly protected. I'm essentially going like the complete opposite direction of Peter. So, for example,
because the ocean isn't a safe place.
It's not.
For a rock.
Have you seen like any of the shark movies? Like,
that's the surface of the ocean, Melody.
No, like
not the bottom.
Like, whatever. Okay, so like a couple years ago, it's my turn. A couple years ago, we Harry Potter's the only word I can think of right now. At not Hogwarts, where's the school we go to? BYU Hawaii. They broke the ground for a new building, the Great and Spacious Building, as we call it. And they had a booth in the Aloha Center where you could go and sign your name on a rock. And those rocks were all put in the foundation of the building. So you're in there forever. And I mean, we don't really renovate this place at all. Like, the hallways are being renovated now, and they were built in, the 50s when it was first built. And even they weren't being torn down to their, foundation. They were, the top level was up, and then now they're fixing it. So, I would wait until another building was being, groundbroken. And then I would also get a rock, like Peter. And I would put it into the foundation of the building.
Doesn't show the importance of your soul. It would still attract people, and especially in a public place where people are likely to be.
Yeah, but no one's going to be digging underneath the school.
No one's going to be scuba diving 20,000 feet under the ocean surface.
But the ocean is constantly in movement.
And people are constantly moving in the building.
Right, but when was the last time that you were like, I'm going to rip out a block from the foundation,
When was the last time you were like, I'm going to dive down 20,000 feet and look for pieces of granite?
Do you know how many times that we're on the beach and there are rocks that have been washed washed up. Where do you think that they came from?
Right.
People just drop them in the middle of the ocean. There's all sorts of stuff that flop out. You don't know where they came from. You don't know where they originated.
Also
but they are
my-
now on the beach.
Also, in my defense, Horcruxes aren't necessarily, they don't like put off a Horcrux vibe, as shown by the diary in Harry Potter 2.
What are you talking? It
Hold on.
possessed her.
Let me talk. Okay.
You cut me off.
All right. You cut me off.
I was telling where my Horcruxes would be, but fine, just
Okay.
continue.
So the Horcrux did possess her. However,
Yeah.
to any and all people who did not use the diary, it just appeared to be a normal diary. My rock will not have a use and will not be imbued with, a me that's designed to take other people over. And so for all intents and purposes, to everyone, it'll just be a rock, and no one will have any way of knowing that it's a Horcrux,
But
even if they happen to stumble across it on the beach, and even if it happens to be a wizard,
People
they will find no reason to keep it, and even if they do, they will have no reason to test it for Horcrux-like abilities.
You underestimate how many people collect rocks off the beach.
Right.
People are going to be picking it up.
So it ends up in a rock collection. Big deal.
Right.
I'm still not
Right.
going to get my soul destroyed.
Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, so my other place that I've thought of that I would do is, obviously we don't know how to make a Horcrux, and Queen JK will probably never tell us for our own benefit. But if I can create a Horcrux by being in close proximity to something, Declaration of Independence.
I think that's a bad idea, too. Because I feel like your logic is flawed in that you're like, people are drawn to magical objects. I'm going to put my stuff in public places.
People are already drawn to the Declaration of Independence so that they feel the draw. They'll just think that the history that's with it is really powerful.
And on the BYU Hawaii campus, it'll be like, the spirit is taking me to
Exactly. Exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly. No, that is exactly my point. Exactly my point.
And they're going to be drawn to the floor and be like,
No.
I feel like I'm free on my knees right
Yeah,
now.
Exactly. But you can't, like, dig through cement and carpet and rocks and blah, 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 blah. So those are, like, the two main ones that I've thought of. Peter has thought of 7 rocks that he will just...
no, I didn't say they would all be rocks. I said they would all be mundane objects, one of which will be a rock I drop in the ocean.
Earlier when we were discussing this, you said 7 pieces of concrete.
I said, for example, I could just do 7 pieces of concrete. I
Okay,
did not
so-
say I would.
Okay, so if you only have 1 rock, what are the rest?
I don't know, I haven't thought about it. But they don't necessarily have to be rocks. Like, rocks are a good, durable, mundane item that, people would never suspect of being Horcruxes. So, good ideas. Granite, marble, things like that. But, I don't know.
One of the first Tumblr posts that I ever reblogged, when I first joined Tumblr, was this guy was like, I just thought of the best idea for a Horcrux ever. Ink. And then you get it tattooed into your body. And I was like, that is literally the worst idea for a Horcrux ever. Because then, boom. Like, that's so stupid. The whole point of a Horcrux is to separate your soul and keep it as far away from your body as possible. So if you're injured, it lives on. So if you have it inked into your body, what benefit is that? None. None. And so I reblogged and ranted and explained this to him. Then he deleted the post. I was disappointed. I wanted to school him and school him hard.
I think they're a good place to keep a Horcrux.
The deep crevices of your heart.
No, it has to be far away from him, Melly, as you just said. Would be the Himalayas, not Mount Everest, not any of those
yeah.
popular climbing mountains, but, just climb up somewhere, dig a little hole, put it in.
But then you're going to attract, like, golem types, where they,
Not.
like, cave dwellers.
As I said, Horcruxes in and of themselves, unless designed otherwise, don't have any innate characteristics that make them draw people in.
They're attractive. They're designed to be attractive.
Not if they're rocks!
Well, they want to be protected.
Right,
They
so
want to survive.
Ow!
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that was an accident.
I need a Horcrux to survive you.
It was an accident.
Punch me in the face.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Kiss it better. Thank you.
Okay, well, this has probably been enough talking.
I'm right.
If you were to make a Horcrux, what would it be made out of?
Team Peter or Team Melly?
And where would you hide it? Or just talk about your Horcruxes, or you can pick teams. It's fine.
Peter made good points.
I didn't say you didn't make good points. I said that I would not do it that way.
Okay.
I love you. Bye.